Hello you guys, my name is Claire, also known as Claire Bear here on my channel. For today's makeup tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I got this smoky, gold, glittery goodness all over my face. I started off with my eyes already primed. If you want to watch my eyebrow tutorial, I do show you how I do that. I will link that down below. So I'm just grabbing my MAC 217 brush and the shade Unseen, which is like a nice warm tone, almost like a yellowy brown on me. I'm just putting that into the outer corner and also into my crease. I'm trying not to bring this shade too far, and I am keeping it at a V shape, but I'm just kind of keeping that on the outer third to the outer half of my eye. It's okay if you come in pretty far because we are going to be putting our beautiful gold on that later. Now taking the shade Enigma, which is like a little bit of a reddish, it's like a reddish brown, but more on the red tone side. It's not quite as red as Melt Lovesick, but it definitely does have that cranberry feel to it. And I'm just going to be doing the same thing. I'm covering that outer corner, bringing it a little bit into my crease, and I'm just really blending that all together, making sure to keep that V shape. Grabbing a clean MAC 224 brush or any fluffy brush really, I'm just trying to blend out all of those edges. Now taking a slightly fluffy angled liner brush, I've had this one for a while so it's not like super straight anymore. I'm grabbing the shade Dark Matter and I'm starting to kind of draw a wing shape, and then I'm bringing that black shade inwards. I'm trying to create almost a wing. So we're just going to be filling that in and kind of creating like a wing triangle effect on that outer corner of the eye. So I'm just using my 217 to blend, and I'm just going to keep going back and forth by adding a little bit of the black and then a little bit of blending, adding more of the black, blending it some more until I kind of have the shape that I am happy with. You don't want to cover up any of those previous shades that we already put on before. We do want to make sure we have a nice gradient effect just so we keep the outer corner nice and warm. I do add a little bit more of Dark Matter using my 217 just to make sure that it really is very dark and also blended together. So this is what you should have now. Then I'm going to take my 224 and the shade Blur, which is the lightest shade in my Dark Matter stack, and I am going to buff out all of the edges just to make sure everything truly has like a pretty gradient effect. I'm going to be using one of my old favorites, the Naked 2 palette, and I'm grabbing the shade Half Baked, which is a gorgeous gold color, and I'm just going to be putting that all over the center and inner part of my eyelid, and I'm really going to try to blend that into the black just to create a nice gradient effect. It's okay if it's not perfect, we're still going to blend it all together. So here we go, just blend, and so it should look something like this. Now grabbing my MAC glitter in Reflects Gold in a fluffy kind of an eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to dip that in, tap that off, and use any setting spray of your choice, and we're just going to pat that on. I am using my hand as kind of a glitter shield, but you can just do this as many times as you want. You could do just one to have this kind of effect, or you could be like me and put like 4 layers on to have a really truly sparkly golden eye. So this is what that looks like. So pretty, so shiny. And then using my 224 again with the shade Blur, just a little tiny bit, just to get any of the glitter that may have gotten into my crease off. Then I'm going to take my Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadow in the shade Thunderstruck, and I'm going to pop that into my inner corners, and I'm also going to highlight my brow bone with this. I don't want too bold of a highlight, but I definitely want to have a little bit of pop, just because, I mean, I have a lot going on in my eyes right now. Then I'm going to take my L'Oreal, it's like a little gel pencil liner thing, and I'm going to line my waterline. I'm also going to tightline my eye. This is just really going to intensify the look. And then grabbing the shade Unseen again on this fluffy shadow brush, I'm going to start to smoke out my lower lash line. I'm trying to build this up kind of slowly, so I start off with Unseen, and then I go in with Enigma, and then using my angled brush again, I'm going to go in with my Dark Matter, and I'm just going to really focus that as close to the lash line as possible, but I'm also going to connect it to the top, just so that way it continues that V shape. So if you can see here, I kind of connected everything together, just so it looks nice and seamless. Then taking my L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. This is currently my favorite. I'm just going to put that on. This look definitely calls for false lashes. It's very dramatic. It needs a dramatic lash. So I'm going to wear my Violet Voss Vamptress lashes. I'm just going to plop those on real quick. And then we're just going to do some quick bronzing and contouring of the face. I don't want my face to have too much going on. I want for my eyes to be the main focus. So I'm just taking my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and just lightly contouring and warming up my face. And then I'm going to take my Be Matte blush. I think this is Fresh Melon. It's like a light pink color. I didn't want too much color. I just wanted a little hint. And then I'm going to go in with my Colourpop Wisp, which I love this one because I can really blend it out so it's not a super harsh highlight. I'm applying it with my middle finger and blending it out with my ring finger just to create a nice subtle glow. And I'm just going to highlight anywhere I normally would, just not as boldly as I normally would. Now taking my Kat Von D Bow and Arrow lipstick. I definitely wanted a color that was neutral, but I wanted it to be more on the brown than like the pinky or mauve-y side. I just wanted everything to kind of blend together. I feel like this one goes very well with the eyeshadows we used. So I'm just going to put that all over my lips. I did overdraw my lips a little bit. I know I don't really go into detail about that in my videos. I might do a post on that in the future. Let me know if you would like that down in the comments below. And this is the finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you try it, please tag me on Instagram, Twitter, or send me your photos on Snapchat. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.